Alright, what's up everyone, to another video, Full Speed Impulse, and then we're back with the XR100. And we got some new parts to install on this thing. So maybe you've seen in one of our previous videos, we installed the light bar that comes from like TB Parts and Faster Minis. And they run around, I think, 130 bucks or so. And it works fantastic. It's a great light. Our buddy still runs down his KLX140. Had to extend the wires a little bit to get to work. But the light does work awesome and is super bright. But what you see in the comments is people like, oh, I got that for 30 bucks off of this site. I got it for this, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as we go to message them, we can never get a link from them. Well, we finally found this light off eBay, and it seems like they've become a little bit more popular now on the off-brand stuff, that we finally got our hands on one of them, and it's time to install it on the 100. And I know you guys maybe seen previously on a video where we installed a light on the 100, but here's the issue. No matter what we did trying to adjust this light, we actually just spaced it up a little bit with the nut. It does not shine correctly. As soon as we set on the bike, it angles the light up too high, and we tilt the light down to counter it, and then you just get a huge fender shadow because the light's just too low. It looks super great on the bike. I really like this design, but unfortunately, it's just not working for us. We're gonna go with the standard LED bar that mounts to your bars here, and let's see what we got. Now, we did dig into this a little bit already, just because we were stuck on our trip. We bought this for a spare just in case, and we actually had to use it for a test light because we were having electrical issues, so that's why you see that like that. This does originally come with a nice harness plug setup with the fuse in line. So what you would do is you'd run these power wires all the way to your power source, probably being your battery, and then it even comes with a switch and all that. And this was all 30 bucks. I think it might have been a little over 30 bucks, but it was 30 bucks. And you can see it comes with your clamps and all that. And I don't think it comes with, it doesn't come with these stickers. I just threw those in there. It doesn't come with any instructions. So that is the downside of trying to figure out how all these brackets are going how all these brackets are going to work. But regardless, we'll get it figured out. And the only thing we need on this setup is the light bar, because we're going to wire it into our switch that we already have on the bike. So it should be pretty easy. But like I said, whether you're running something with electric start that has a battery, you'd run this straight to your battery for your power source. Be your easiest method. For us, as you may have seen in previous one of our videos, we have our batteries in here. We have two. I'll just show you guys. We have two DeWalt batteries in here, and we got it's like people use this for your power wheels, but obviously we're going to use it for to power our light. But we have this, we cut the foam out in here, and then we have that to where it's just a little, I can't do it with one hand, but it just slides on. And then when this battery go dead, we have our backup battery here. You slide it on, and you're good to go. So that's how our setup is here. And then we have the wires running all the way to the front there to our switch, which those are our favorite switches right there. And you get those, just kind of Google them, and they should pop up. If you guys do want the link to that switch, just hit me up in the comments, and I'll search it for you guys. But yeah, that's our setup. So these batteries here, you can get bigger DeWalt batteries. You get like off-brand ones off Amazon, which maybe if we start doing more night riding with this bike, we would do. But right now, like I said, these batteries are good for about an hour a piece. This light draws a lot. So the light bar that we're going to put on there actually draws less. So that might actually help us with as far as how long our batteries last. But like I said, there are bigger ones that we could put in here. But this was kind of a get us by kind of thing. This wasn't going to be our main night ride bike. We got our KLX140 for that, and also our KLX110L. So we are going to get this all set up. So we're going to leave this on here for the time being, because we want to make sure that we can get that LED bar mounted on here. And as soon as we get that all mounted up and it's finished, we'll pull this off, which is just a custom bracket we made here. It's a shame, because I really do enjoy the light being down here. I really like the look of it on this older bike, but it is what it is. We need function first, and then you can make it look good. So we're going with function today, and just get a lot better light. So enough stalling. We're going to get this, we're going to start mounting stuff up a little bit and kind of get it mocked up a little bit, and we'll see what happens. All right, so we have it kind of halfway mocked up here, and just to explain why we have our brake cable kind of pinched back there, we kind of have to force the situation. So if this cable's in front of the light, it's going to be super annoying. it's pretty thin, so actually it might not be a big deal. Maybe we should see if we can kind of push it back here, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it wants to route down here instead. We could try something like that, but the idea is that we wouldn't want anything bouncing in front of the light. Obviously, it's super crooked. Nothing's tightened yet, but you can see how the bracket goes just like that. Have it pointed. Have these on the inside, not the outside. The big bolts go in there. Little guys with a little lock nut washer on there, and pretty much not too much to it. We're gonna get. I don't know what these brackets are for. I don't know if that's. I don't know. These look like we're gonna have to get kind of the right angle, and then they'll mock up nicely. So we're gonna tighten some stuff down and see what happens. All right, guys. Oop, we don't need the light on. It does have a little yellow in it for some reason. But besides that fact here, guys, the light is super bright and works pretty awesome. That's pretty bright. So I just want to show you guys a little nighttime action here. It's actually not that yellow. The video is making it look a little bit more yellow than it is. But not too shabby. Woohoo! Alright guys, but there it is. Super bright. Working awesome. And we're going to take that off. And we got to button up a little bit of our wiring here. We gooped up. And we accidentally put it on the outside of the fork instead of the inside. But we're just going to drop that tube. Get that wire on the inside. And it'll be good to go. The switch works good. Brake wires, not too shabby in here. It's still tucked up a little bit in there, but we repositioned it a little bit, so it seems to be pretty good. And it looks clean. Like, that's a great setup. So for 30 bucks, that's a win. And it was super easy. Only thing I would recommend that was probably what made it so easy to line up is that how we showed you, we had everything kind of mocked up, but we hadn't tightened stuff down as far as we just left this loose here. Everything else, this was tight. These were tight, but we left these loose, and then we used a rubber grommet hammer, you know, so we looked at it. If it was like a little bit down, we'd hit it with the hammer, or up, or it actually needed to go. It looks like it's still favoring a little bit, but hey, it doesn't have to, it's not perfect, but we used the hammer and we knocked it over, and everything's positioned how it's supposed to, so you don't have to get like crazy on as far as where your clamps need to be and trying to like measure it out and all that. Just kind of get them loose on there, just slightly, maybe slightly snugged so they hold position, and then tap them with the hammer. Tap it with a rubber grommet hammer and till you're happy with it, and there you go. And it's nice. I actually will take this off, and then we'll be able to see our whole number plate again, and that'll look good. So definitely a win. 30 bucks, guys. Can't beat it. But that's it for today's video. $30 eBay light bar mount kit. Win for sure. So only other thing I actually add in this video, it is from China. So easy on those threads. Don't be cranking down on that sucker super hard, because you'll strip it out. You can tell that the metal is not the greatest, but I don't know how great the metal is even on the newer, on your TB parts or faster minis, because that's from China too. It's all from the same place, but you're getting this straight from the manufacturer instead of TB parts buying it from the manufacturer and then upping the price a little bit. And so you kind of skipping a process. And yeah, that's what it is, man. So I appreciate you, and you know the deal. Until next time, we'll see you later.